Welcome if this your first time on the channel. Today we are listening to Cris Carter talk about Ochocinco and how Ochocinco was overrated. But the reason he's talking about Ochocinco is even more crazier. First, we gonna listen to Travis Hunter and Ochocinco have a back and forth, and Cris Carter comes and follows up after they had this back and forth and just goes in on Ochocinco. Make sure you subscribe if this your first time here. Click that like button. That's how they push the video. Let's go.
Got Chad Johnson here. You know Chad. In addition to being a former NFL All-Pro wide receiver, he is also an official Madden ratings adjuster.
Facts.
This is your chance to tell Chad what you should enter the league with when it comes to your rating.
If I ain't at 85 and above,
85?
you see that trophy right there?
Yeah,
like
I saw that one.
We're
Yeah.
going to 1v1 for it.
As a rookie?
But listen,
We're going to 1v1 for it. And when I beat him,
wait,
I
when you
better
say-
be 99.
you say 1v1 me, like where you put on cleats and not put on cleats, and you think you can try and cover me? Is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say?
Let's go, Ocho.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it for your Heisman. So
That's
after I
what
route
we
you up,
want.
I get to take your Heisman for a year.
Oh, my God.
Come on.
Okay.
Listen, the
For
best
a
I
year.
could do, the best I could do for you as a rookie coming into the league, I give you a 76. A 76.
76.
A 76. Now, this is the thing. We'll do 10 routes. I promise you, we'll do 10 routes. If you could stop me on one of 10, just one. You want to stop me on one of 10 routes, I promise you I'll give you a 90 as a rookie. The first ever.
Hey, guess what? I play both sides of the ball, so you got to stop me 1 out of 10, too.
What are you talking about? I was
Okay.
a dual threat. You can't, what? That's what I do.
You got a lot of challenges
Say
out
no
there.
more.
The potential changing
Say
of
no
the
more.
hands, the Heisman. It might look good on your mantle there.
It will.
Chad, Travis Hunter, hey, thanks for playing along and thanks for your time.
Now, listen, that was a friendly exchange. It was very tongue-in-cheek. You know what I mean? Like, they just cracking jokes. It was friendly. It wasn't meant to be, like, super serious. You see at the end, the other host say, yo, Travis Hunter, thanks for coming on, you know, and playing the games, right? Very friendly. They laughing at the end. It wasn't even that big. Listen to what Cris Carter says about Ochocinco. This is crazy.
Chad Johnson, he was talking to Travis Hunter. Did you see this about his Madden rating? He said he would rate him a 76. And Hunter said, I should be higher than that. He said, I'll give you an 85 on one condition. Chad Johnson ran 10 routes today that Travis Hunter couldn't stop him on 1 out of 10.
I can go back
Let's go,
to
Chris.
points in Chad's career, and definitely the point he was in New England. You had to go out there and tell him what to do because he couldn't get open to save his life. So I remember times he had an NFL uniform open that he couldn't get open against average guys. There's nothing that pissed me off more than old guys who used to be able to do something, and when they recall what they did, they swear up and down that it was better than how they did it. There's a better chance of Chad getting in the Hall of Fame than Hunter stopping him.
And what are the odds that Chad gets in the Hall of Fame?
None.
Yo, Cris Carter goes crazy. Like, I didn't even know why he went that hard. Chad and Travis just playing. And Chad and Travis, they know each other. They know each other from Dion stuff, right? Because Dion know Ocho, they real close, so they know each other. So they just playing, going back and forth. Cris Carter just ripped Chad. Like, yo, dog, you wasn't even that good. And I don't know how Chad will respond to Chris because, just being honest, first off, you see who back there. That's the greatest I ever seen. Randy Moss. No question, no doubt. But when I was younger, he played next to Cris Carter. Cris Carter is one of the greatest wide receivers ever. He had hands that was amazing, and he ran routes that was amazing. It's a lot of people that say Cris Carter got the best hands ever. He had some amazing hands, and he used to run some amazing routes. And he caught a lot of balls, a lot of touchdowns. He's actually higher than Chad Ochocinco all time. I think most people will say that. So it's like, dang, he put Chad in a difficult position because Chad was nice too. It ain't like Chad was a scrub. Chad was dead nice. But he's really like, yo, dog, you got locked up by average dudes. He went hard on him. I don't know if it's something going on in the background that we don't know about, because it wasn't warranted for Travis Hunter and Ochocinco conversation. They was just having a friendly back and forth. He went in on his career saying average guys locked up Ochocinco. And in New England, he definitely struggled in New England. I thought it was going to be more like a Moss situation when he got there, but it just didn't pan out for him. But Ocho is definitely one of the top 25 receivers of all time, in my opinion. You know, Chris Carter is probably close to the top 10, but these are two all-time greats. If you a top 50 wide receiver ever, you are all-time great to me. I mean, you know how many people in history tried to play wide receiver? A lot of dudes. That's high school, college, and then the NFL. You got all these other leagues, semi-pro and all that. Dog, for you to be one of the top 50 wide receivers, you are all-time great. You're amazing. Like, to me, you know. So, you know, it's crazy. They gonna go have they back and forth. You know, Chris Carter really went in. But y'all let me know your thoughts. Should Chris Carter have went that hard on Ochocinco for him and Travis Hunter exchange? And do you think Chris Carter and Ochocinco are in the same realm of wide receiver? You know, I think they pretty close. You know, it ain't like it's like, a big gap. But peak for peak, prime for prime, I think they pretty close. I think Chris Carter got the edge, but they pretty close. Y'all let me know what you think about it. Put it down in the comments. As always, if this your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Click that like button. Y'all be easy. Be safe.